Want to hear something crazy about the whole obedience in advance thing? Colonial Williamsburg has removed its website dedicated to an honest history of the American Revolution. And they did that just within the last couple of days. Why do I know that? Because I built that website and I wrote almost all of the content for it about 14 years ago. It was the first thing I did at Colonial Williamsburg. I was the digital historian, and we wanted to provide a reliable resource online to send not just our interpreters, but to send our guests to so they could get a solid foundation in what the American Revolution was, its context, its causes, its character, and its consequences. It was funded by a major grant for the National Endowment for the Humanities, and it was contributed by many major historians of the American Revolution in a number of different ways, from a number of different perspectives, and it stood the test of time and critique. But in the last week, it has been not just changed, it has been removed. So if you go to ouramericanrevolution.org, you will now just be directed to random links on the Colonial Williamsburg Library page, not to the broad website that we created, and that I oversaw and wrote most of the content for, about an honest take on the American Revolution. And it wasn't just me; it was contributions from more than a dozen of the major historians of the American Revolution from a number of different perspectives, from black history and slavery to indigenous Americans to military history to diplomacy, as well as biographies of all of the major figures. And the broader historical background of slavery and its relationship, slavery and indigenous people and indigenous relations and their relationship to the coming of the American Revolution. What's there now? Nothing. We're talk about obedience in advance, ripping apart a major resource for an honest understanding of the American Revolution. I'd say that counts. Be careful who you trust. But the benefit is, I kept all that stuff. So it's all mine again. So I think that maybe another website's coming up.